All right, so we're going to talk about bullets in PowerPoint, and I'm looking at right now a text box that has some text in it, and yes, there's some lines in here that are represented as bullets. Those are character bullets, right?
Excuse me, Ms. Knowles, could you expand the screen?
What I can do is let me blow up the text because it's quite large, the screen, but is that text better now? Just a little bit larger, the text.
That works, thank you.
Sure, absolutely. Let me just pull it up so we can see it. Actually, you know what? Let me get rid of all of this stuff on this too. How about that? There's a lot going on this slide right now. Let's just get rid of some of this stuff. Whoop. Okay, then we can concentrate on just this part. All right, there we go. So now let's discuss the bullets part. So, and here's the cool thing about this, right, is we have bullets that are set in and we can, you know, definitely use those and they're already aligned. That's the beautiful thing about bullets is that they're all going to be aligned and the text that's being bulleted will also be aligned. Love that. That's why we use bullets. We use the process or procedure of choosing the bullet tool in our home ribbon because it gives just a clean look, right? But I'm going to be talking about other things we can use as bullets too that you'll have to adjust to give it that clean look, but you know, they are options. So first things first is how did we get the bullet? So once this list was typed out, and this list was typed out, they mostly eat and then they enter insects, they type this part, they hit enter, went down to the next line, type that, right? So you can see this list formation that's happened here. Once everything was typed, they highlighted only what they want a bullet in front of, right? You can't highlight the whole box. You have to be very selective of your text when you're trying to bullet. So that list of information was selected. And then on the home ribbon, in the paragraph grouping is where you have your bullets. And they work this way. Same as in Word, but except you had to make sure, well, even in Word, you have to select your text. But it's not just, you know, highlighting on the document. It's highlighting within the text box. Not a big deal, but you just are aware of that. Anyway, you still have use of these two types of bullets. So remember the number bullet, that one gave us numbers, it gave us alphabet, it also gave us Roman numerals. Then we had the picture bullet, right, which gave us different characters, different symbols, different pictures. This one is, you know, the fun one because this one can have pictures to represent things, whereas the numbers are used mostly when you're dealing with steps. Like step 1, 2, 3, or you know, in order of A, B, C, that kind of thing. So these are really good for order, right? There's a sequential type of chronological setup that we need for our information, and so we go to the numbers. But for fun, for you know, giggles and kicks, we like to have the bullets for pictures. So we have different bullets that are already preset from the last users, because this, you know, bullets can be stored right here so that way you can quickly get to something. I always like these types of bullets, these ones that look like little boxes, because for certain lists, right, you can actually print this and then check these off as you go. So like say you're shopping and you have a shopping list and you put the little boxes for your bullet, then you can just check those boxes off as you get stuff. And it's really a useful, functional type bullet. Like the dots, they're okay, but as far as function use, they're cute. But you know, being able to actually click in something and check it off is functional. The circles, you can do that the same. You can check it off, or you can color them in, like those Scantron tests we used to take. I think someone still gives them somewhere. I just don't do tests, honestly. I just don't feel like taking the time to correct me, honestly. Not just that, but your work stands as it. Anyway, let me go back. So we have the round bullets, which can also be used as a little box to check stuff off, right? So use your imagination for this type of stuff. Anyhow, how do we make further adjustments to these bullets? Well, you have a bullets and numbering option. This is what's right here. So I'm going to click on that bullets and numbering option. And here we go. Let the game begin. So here's all the basic bullets. We saw those just now in the other location. So there's two ways to deal with this. And we're going to start with picture. So let's say we want a different bullet. We don't want any of these guys. We want something else. We can go to picture. And the system is like, okay, cool. Great. Where's this picture you want? Is it a file that's on your hard drive? Maybe you have something that's already in your pictures folder and you want that to be the bullet. So it gives you access to your pictures folder. Maybe you don't have a picture in your pictures folder, so you have to go online and search for something. And this is where the creativity can come in, because you can put whatever you're looking for that matches up your assignment. So let's say that I want a picture of a meerkat to be my bullet. So I'm going to hit enter after I type meerkat. And now what I'm looking for is I'm looking for something that would make a super uber cute bullet. That's the idea, is I want a cute. Oh, look at that. Oh, do these things bite? Because I want one. Look at that. That's very cute. Oh, look at this one. Oh, it looks so evil. Ooh, maybe I don't want one. That's scary. Imagine if you walked into the room and your meerkat was staring at you looking like that. That's frightening. Okay, that's cute. I'm going to go with the cute one. So click on the picture that you actually like, and you're just going to then hit insert. And what's going to happen is you now get those bullets of the meerkat that you just chose from online. And that wasn't really a difficult process, right? You just had to go into the bullet, and you had to really go into bullet options, bullets and numbering options. And then once you were there, you had to go into your picture so that you can make adjustments to it. So this is kind of cool, right? Being able to search online, and you can, whatever you type in here can become a bullet. It doesn't matter. It's just now what you're doing when you go through this process is that you're no longer saying, okay, I just want these basic bullets, but I want something that actually matches the theme of my presentation. And it doesn't have to be the picture of a meerkat. It can be anything you want. You know, we're used to typing in pictures, but you can actually type in letter M for meerkat, right? Any of these can be bullets. I'm going to have pink M with the line around it, right? That's going to be my bullet. Insert that. And oh, this one is saying, okay, let's see if it'll convert it. Nope, that one actually didn't work. Let's go in and grab another. It happens, people. It happens. Letter M, but I'm back at it because it will not stop me. Okay, so now I'm going to choose this M instead. And I can tell you, if I really wanted that M, I would get it, and I can show you show you how. All right, so look, that M went on the side of that. Totally cute, right? I think it's something that's worth knowing, because you really do create something very, very different, very unique, right? I think it's worth knowing. So that's definitely how we can do that. That's the one way to do it. Let me go back into bullets and numbering, because we can also go into customize. Boom. Now, the customize area is showing us more bullets from where we normally go to get bullets. This area was introduced to you in Word. Going into the symbols, and I think we might have spoken about the different types of pictures that you can find in here. So let's see. I need to go into some normal looking text. Where's my currency symbols, geometric shapes. I feel like I should have more options in here. I really do. We gotta find the one that's gonna get me basic Latin. I'm feeling very limited in here right now. So I'm clicking on to see where my issues are. So it's not giving me the full breadth of all the different fonts that I wanted to use. So forgot about this. So PowerPointing is going to be limited to, remember webdings and wingdings? That's where a lot of these different symbols come from. And I don't seem to, well, let me see. Can I go here and change it? Let's figure this out because I shouldn't be this limited. I feel like I'm extremely limited here on the number of symbols I can use. Like just that. Okay. Yeah, it looks like I'm not going to be able to get to all the other areas, but that's fine because I promise you there's other ways to do it. I'm going to show that to you next. So this is where we are. And so we can use some recently used symbols through this method. And we'll show you another way to get this done. More than one way to get her done. All right, so now we have that option and it definitely will make your work, you know, just really, really unique and one of a kind design, and your personality, all that wonderful stuff comes out when you can actually adjust your bullet to whatever you want. All right, so play in that area and you can learn a lot there. The other way of doing it, and you know, let me go back home. I'm sorry, I'm just clicking and I'm trying to get rid of the bullets. So I'm going back to my bullets and I'm choosing none to just get rid of the bullets. So, you know, I was telling someone yesterday that there's two thoughts that I have when I teach. So I have to teach you the correct way to do things, the rules. All these programs have rules, right? Like for instance, how to add bullets. You highlight your text, you go into your home ribbon, you go to the bullet tool, and you use the bullet tool because it is designed to create bullets next to your words, just like you want. Boom, done. That's how that is. But once you learn the rules, then you have to learn how to break the rules, right? Because if you just stick to the rules, then what happens is that you lose your ability to be extremely creative. And having that ability to be creative is sometimes that one little thing that can make you and your work stand out from anyone else's. Being able to do that extra thing that they could not do. And so when you find yourself limited, like me, I was just limited trying to put that letter M in there. I was limited with the different number of symbols that I could get to. So how do you get around that? And you get around that really by creating a little bit more work for yourself, but you have to figure out whether or not it's of value to you, right? Either you're doing something, creating your PowerPoint where you're super proud, it's of value to you because it's something that really represents you, or you're just trying to get the assignment done and you want to move on. It's like one or the other. And it's always that way. And I go through both too. Like I had this 3-hour meeting yesterday and I was like, I will say and do anything to get out of this meeting. So I get it. It happens often. But let's learn about the break the rules part, because that's important when you are really trying to showcase yourself to be different than someone else. And these are business presentations, so I'm hoping that's the case. So here we go. Let's do the rule break. This is the you cannot hold me back. I'm going to do what I want to do thing. And so I'm actually going to go straight to the internet. I'm going to go to Google, and I'm going after that letter, y'all. I'm going after it. It was not, I'm telling you, it was not going to not let me get that letter. So I'm going to type in the letter M. I'm going to go to images, and let's look for that letter M. And I'm going to start with my cat. So I got the same picture. So much for that. But I'm going to go in for that letter M. And I promise you, I will not spend all day trying to find that exact one, even though I just found this one. So that's not right. This one is right here and working This one worked. The other one didn't. I'm trying to find the one that did. Like, I'm gonna get you. So I'm looking. I'm on fire. Easter coming up. Here we go. All right, okay, one more. Show more results. Bear with me. Come on, M. Come on, M. I could probably type in a pink letter M and it might come up faster. All right, yeah. We're not gonna make this completely about the letter M. So I'm gonna choose this one here. This one might have worked. I don't know, but we're gonna choose it anyway. Let's pretend it doesn't work. Oh yeah, let's talk about this. So I'm gonna click on that letter M. And I'm looking at the letter M, and look at this, you guys. Oh no, this is what we call a copywritten picture, right? It's got all this background stuff on it. So it makes it very hard for me to pull this picture up because that camera is even on top of the different leaves on this design. But the reason I clicked on it anyway is because I knew once I clicked on it, it was gonna bring up some more, just like it. So I don't have to worry about that one in particular. I can find something else. So let's do that. I'm gonna find something else. And oh, that one's messed up too. So let's keep going. It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. I'm gonna click see more and we're gonna see what else we can get. All of these things are, and look where they're coming from, iStockPhotos.com. So iStock, and I'm glad this happened because this is also worth talking about. iStock Photos, any stock photo that you find online is more than likely going to be copywritten. If it's not copywritten, they're going to want you to click on that website and then sign up, and maybe you can get a couple of their pictures for free, or they're going to ask you for a free trial and, you know, put your credit card, and in 30 days we're going to charge you. I don't do any of that. And the biggest reason I don't do any of that is I will never remember in 30 days to cancel that contract. Like that, I am not that person. I will never remember. Oh, it's almost 30 days. I better cancel the contract. I can put it on my phone and the alarm will come up. And right, you know, as soon as I look at it, something will fly by me and it's like, whirl, and I'm just like forgotten all about it. So I don't do those free trials because I know for a fact it's going to cost me some money. So move on if you're like that, right? You don't want to get into any stock photos because stock photos are going to wind up costing you money. So this one says free images, right? I'm going to click on it, and all I'm hoping for right now is no background. And this one is beautiful. There's no background on here. So I'm gonna, let's see, click on this one because this looks more like I want it. But look, it says iStock. So here we go. And this is really good because this is the type of stuff that happens when you're searching, and we need to talk about these different options. And also to let you know that I suffer from this or through this as well. Like I don't get away with stuff because I know computers. I don't get away with it. I still have to go through the process of elimination and searching and all that. It's a pain. It takes hours. So let's go ahead and use this H because it has no stock symbols that are floating through it that are, you know, basically saying the picture's copywritten. So we're going to use this picture. So the first thing I'm going to do is right click and I'm going to copy the image. And then I'm going to go back into my PowerPoint and I'm going to right click and I'm going to paste the image. And ooh, did that so fast. Let me explain. Right now I am inside a text box. And if I right click and I paste the object, it's going to paste in the text box. In PowerPoint, this isn't such a big deal because you can still touch the picture and you can still work with it. But in other programs like Word, if you are in one object and you insert another object into the first object, what happens is the first object locks down that image or object. And it makes it really hard for you to grab a hold of it and format it. So you should make a habit of clicking outside of objects before you right click and paste something new. It's just a better way to go. And look at this. Look at this. It didn't even come through. Are you kidding me? It didn't even come through. So here's how we get around that. We right click and copy again because we're like, okay, we're going to give you a second chance, buddy. You're getting a second chance to come here and act right. And nope, they didn't want to take the chance. So this one is not going to actually escape us. We're going to do this instead. This is a process of taking something that you're not supposed to, basically. I still wouldn't do this with a pitch that had that eye stalk running through it. Like, I just don't use those pictures, period. But this picture, I'm right clicking on it and it's not coming. So I'm going to force it to come through a method called print screen. The print screen process, what it does is it takes it captures the entire screen. It's a snapshot. It's like taking a camera with your cell phone right now and just taking a picture of the screen. The whole thing comes as a picture. The whole screen, like you're going to see the top, my Zoom meeting, you're going to see that. You're going to see everything. We call that a screenshot. You have it on your cell phones, and you probably have been using it a lot on your cell phones. Well, you can also use that process on your computer as well. On your keyboard, on the upper top part of the keyboard next to your F keys, you should have a screen on the far right, a key on the far right called print screen. You should be able to just hit that key, just touch it one time and get this screen to print. Back in the day, it was a 3 keystroke. We had to do Control, hold down the Control key, hold down the Alt key, and then strike the print screen. And that would give us an image of this entire environment. Now the computers, the keyboards are set up that you should be able to just hit the print screen key. So if you are going to try this, try it first by clicking the print screen key to see if you get the whole screen. If that doesn't work, then go to the old school method. Hold the Control key down, the Alt key down, and then press the print screen, and then you can let go of all the keys. And what that's going to give you is this image right here. And there's my screen. The whole screen is a picture. The whole screen. I just took what we call a snapshot of the environment. That's what they mean by that. When they say take a snapshot of the environment, they're meaning the whole entire screen. Now, with this in place, what I would do then, and I'm just going to shrink it a little bit so you can see this process. But what I would do then is go to Format and crop it. Cropping is going to allow you to take the picture and kind of cut away the parts you don't want to focus on the one piece you do. So when you touch these black markers that are on this image, it's going to transform your mouse looking like a little push broom. And if you hold down the left mouse, you can start bringing in the line that's going to allow you to crop your image. So just be careful you're not cropping away the actual image. And this only works in like straight lines. So this is not where you would go to get, an H with all the curves. This is where you would go just to get the image focused in on in a sort of a square rectangle shape. So now that I've cropped that away, I'm going to click away from it. Now I have the one image that the system would not give me. I have it. I'm able to still grab a hold of it. The only problem is, of course, it has this white background, which is why I cannot see the words behind it. So, like any picture that has a white background, you should click on the picture, you should go to Format, you should go to Color, and you should set this transparent. When you click on the Set Transparent tool, that tool attaches itself to your mouse, and you're trying to touch the part you want to be transparent. That's why it's saying it's called the Set Transparent tool. I want the white transparent, not the leaves. If I click on the leaves, I'm going to get some choppy looking leaves. So I'm going to click on the white background, and wow, look at that. Voila. Background's on, and it's now all clear. And I still have this stuff at the bottom because the picture had a shadow, but that's fine enough for this demo. And now I'm going to shrink that down, and I'm going to put this on the outside. And then I'm going to go to copy, and then release this picture and paste. When you copy something, it goes into the computer's memory. We call it a clipboard, and it sits on the clipboard, and you can paste that bad boy a 500 billion times if you feel like you want to do that. 500 billion times. And then you're able to use them. And it's still in paste until I copy something new, which would then replace the H with the new image, right? Whatever goes into your clipboard on copy, it stays there. It stays there until you replace it with something else. So now I have that picture. All I have to do using these guides, and if you see these little red lines that are popping up and down, or I should say not popping up and down, but the red, there you go. You see that right there? It's a dotted line. It's a dash line. These are what we call guides. And these guides are set up automatically for you already. It's part of the default in PowerPoint. And this is exactly what they're used for, so that you can take any sort of object and align these objects so that way you can end up with something that looks like it was professionally done. And I'm just getting these H's put in between those two red dotted lines, and I'm able to make sure that they're aligned properly in here. I could also keep going down, and if you see the dotted red line that's going horizontal, that can also allow me to take the pictures and not only match them up vertically, but I could also match them up horizontally using that line at the bottom. I didn't do that because I felt that the H was a little too low. So I'm just using this. And look at the measurement. All I'm doing right now, so you know, is I'm holding down the left mouse. I have not let it go. As long as I'm holding down this image on, holding down the left mouse on my mouse, and I don't let go, I can continuously adjust this image using those lines as a guide. So now it's telling me that the height, you can see a little to the right, and let me see, I'm gonna hold this down with my other hand. Oh no, I can't do that. I can't work the annotation tool and hold this mouse. So I hope you guys can see it. Can everyone see these red dashed lines? Are they visible clearly to you?
I see them, yeah.
Okay, good. So if everyone can see those lines, you can see that it's showing the measurement, the distance between the H's, and that's how you align these. So now I'm gonna let go and go grab that last one, and I'm just moving it until the lines tell me I have it in position. See, right now it's too close. There's no lines on the right side giving me the measurement. So as I pull it down, up, there's the right height. There's my measurement saying, hey, this is the distance between the two pictures. So the very thing we use in bullets automatically, the bullets said, let me put, this symbol right where it needs to be. We just learned how to do it on our own using any other picture that we want that we supposedly couldn't get before, right? We can do that ourselves. So this is called breaking the rules. Like literally, I went online, tried to copy the picture. The picture was not trying to copy. It was like, no, I'm staying here, right? And I'm like, no, you're not. You're coming with me. So I did a print screen of the entire environment. We call this forcing the picture, forcing that image. Most of the time when you right click on something and it doesn't copy, that's another hint that it's probably copywritten. And it says right here, image may be subject to copyright. Yeah, okay. it was subject to copyright. It literally would not let me copy it. However, because it's on my screen, I know that I can take a picture of the entire environment. Sorry, depositphotos.com. I can still take that entire picture. And we forced it through, cropped out that image, got rid of the white background, and then using the computer's set of, markers that would give us alignment, we got it. We got our alignment guides in there, and we were able to set it up. So this is, like I said, another way, which is a lot more work. It's also less conventional. It's not following what we're supposed to do. It's basically doing what we want to do. And I know a lot of times when we're creating these, we have to do what we want to do in order for it to look like what we want. So don't limit yourself to what you see. Are there any questions over any of the parts that I went over?
I missed the part about this, where on the computer is the screenshot key.
Yeah. Let me see if I can show a keyboard. Let me get you a picture of a keyboard. Let's load this guy up. See if we can have this guy. Copy this. Get rid of all this. Paste that in there. Okay. Let me blow it up just a tad more. So it's usually right here. Get my annotation tool. Draw this guy out, and right here. That's where you should find that print screen key. And as I was saying, back in the day, we had to utilize 3 keys in order to get this done. We had to use the print screen key, and we had to use the control key and the alt key. So you hold down the control alt and you tap the print screen, and that's how you would get the picture. Now you should just be able to hit the print screen, and that'll capture the entire environment. And then just crop it away. Crop away the parts you don't need, and that way you can focus just on the one image that you couldn't get a hold of before. Okay, thanks for the question.
Yeah, I have, it's on my laptop in a different location, but I see what you mean, because it's connected right next to F12 is PRTSC, which is what you're talking about.
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right, cool. And I do that so much. I take environment shots so much because, yeah, I really need that picture. I really want it. It's just what I need it. And if I can't copy it, and I don't have time to try to go in and keep looking another hour or two for another picture, I'm taking that environment. So I take the environments quite a lot. For me, it's just easier to get what I want when I need it. Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'll post this video today. Clear everything there. I'll post the video today because this was a short one, and I should be able to have no problem doing that. All right, so let me stop this recording real quick, and then we'll begin with the other section. All right, so let's go back in and let's talk about charting, because that's kind of awesome too. Does anyone have any questions though before I move on? Okay, I hope you have no questions because it's just so clear. Or you're going to go back and look at the videos. I hope that's what it is. One or the other. Let's do it. Here we go. And let's share. All right. Come back, come back, come back.